Diane in Denmark here, and rah. It is Monday morning. It is pouring with rain. I don't know if you can hear, but we've got a skylight here in our kitchen. I don't know if you're picking up sound rain. Anyway, never mind. As I always say, we make our own sunshine, and the weathermen say it's probably going to clear up today. Let's hope so. But we've got, as they say in French, les giboulées de Mars. It's kind of raining and hailstones, but it should clear up by the end of the day, which is good because we're going for our skinny dip this afternoon when Helena is finished work. So hopefully by that time we would be hit by hailstones, because I know I've told you before about the skinny dipping and the winter bathing, and we swim in the snow or the ice or whatever it is, but one of the weirdest things is when you're standing there naked and you've got hailstones coming down. That's not so much fun, and sometimes they're quite big hailstones here. Anyway, on with today, Monday morning, and I've got two things I wanted to speak about. First of all, we're into a new Flylady Zone. Hooray. Always love a fresh start. And also to check in with our 40-day habit challenge. Now, we're on to day 14, and I've seen many of you on Instagram over the weekend, but I'll just do a wee recap for any of you who are not with us on Instagram. So I'm doing two challenges. I'm doing the one item to declutter every day. Remember, the idea behind this is you've seen it all over the internet, in the 40 bags in 40 days or 30 bags in 30 days. The problem with that is we kind of go, yay, in the beginning, and then after a couple of days something happens and we can't do the declutter, or it's just really tough, and then we kind of give it up. So I much prefer this method of just saying to yourself, okay, I only have to do one item, just one item. Everybody can do just one item. And then if you find more that day, that's great. You may be having a good day and find lots to declutter. But the next day you have to go back to the one item. Do you see? So we're being consistent with things. Because the whole key to changing any bad habits that you've got, or achieving your goals, doing the Flylady system, it's all about being consistent. Just doing small things, but by being consistent with it. I mean, you've seen that with my house. My house was disaster before Flylady. And I know I get questions from you viewers saying, oh, but your house is, you don't need I was living in a dreadful state, and I'll put a link to my own Flylady story and how things were before Flylady and how things have changed for me over the years with Flylady. I'll put a link up there to that if you want to see. Anyway, my declutter item for the weekend, on Saturday. Now here's also another one of the benefits of Flylady. When you've been doing Flylady consistently, there's very little clutter left. And at the weekend in Flylady, we had moved into zone, Zone 1, which is the entryway, the dining room, the hall. And I looked there and I had nothing to declutter. You've seen me decluttering in those rooms. And you've seen I hope you've seen over the months that there's been less and less to declutter. And I didn't have a single thing from Zone 1 to declutter. So instead I looked in our stationery supplies. I'll show you what I found. This was Sunday's declutter for me. I looked in my stationery supplies and I found something there. Now I've got several rulers, which are both in centimetres, and some of them are in centimetres and inches. And the kids, they've got their own stuff for school. They've got them in their school bags. These were some extra ones that we'd been hanging on to. I've kept one ruler, but honestly, how many rulers does a family need? We've got these ones. And the other thing that I'm going to give these to a teacher friend of mine, because at school they always need extra school supplies, so she's going to be getting those. She comes to our clothes swap party, so they're going in the bag for that. Plus I had some drawing pins, or whatever you call it, or pin tacks. They've got lots of different names. Anyway, I discovered that I have 4 sets of pin tacks. Here we are, but drawing pins that you put in, or push pins, or there's all different names for them. I do not need 4 boxes full. I've got these ones different colours. I've got these ones which I was keeping in a wee vitamin jar. So I've got 3 sets of going. I've kept one set because I do have one drawing board that I occasionally use if I'm doing talks or stuff like that. But I don't need 4 of them. I don't need 4 sets. So that's what I had on Sunday. That was yesterday's. And on Saturday, as I said, I didn't have anything from the zone. But when I was getting ready, dressed to shoes, I was looking at jewellery and I found a few pieces of jewellery that can go. A bracelet, and one of these old chains, which I'm never going to wear. That's more like a type 3 style chain. Probably this is type 3 as well, jewellery, if you're doing Dressing Your Truth. And a wee old ring. So, oh, and here was another thing, just while we're thinking about it. I was doing my nails yesterday, and Vibeke had given me a couple of colours, and one of them I really like. It was a turquoise one. You saw probably my nails were painted turquoise last week. And the other one, I thought, not sure, it looks a bit kind of dusty pink. So I tried it, but it doesn't work for me, so that's going to close-up party. So just think about things coming in, do you really want to keep them? I could have thought, Vibeke gave me this for free, I need to keep it. No, and it didn't work for me, so that's going to close-up party. And also, on that note, and it's not really a declutter item, but I get a lot of books from the book exchanges that we have in our commune. They're big columns which have solar panels on the top, so they're lit up all the time, and they've got perspex doors, and you just open up the door and you can take a book or put in books. And last week I picked up 2 books. I got these 2 at the book exchange. Now, I read this one over the weekend, and I'm just saying now, I wouldn't recommend it. It was dreadful. So that's going back to the book exchange. But that's not really a declutter item, because that's just to show you that I go to the book exchange, I pick up books, I bring them home, I read them, and then I take them back to the book exchange, or they go to the clothes swap party. I don't hold on to books, and this is something like in my pre-Flylady days. I would have taken the books, maybe read them, and then held on to them for some reason. I know many of you like your books, that's great, hold on to the ones that you read and love. Me personally, I like to get my books from the library, I read them once, and then, I pass them on again. And just on current reading, I'm reading this one. I like P.D. James, but this is not like any of the other books I've read by P.D. James. Normally she writes, murder mysteries, but I'm enjoying it. And I'm also enjoying the one from my neighbour in Sweden, James. This is more of a youth book or a teen book, but it's really funny about the wee boy in the orphanage. Anyway, I won't reveal anything about that. And I finished this one, so this one's going back to the library. And I know a lot of you have started reading Anthony Horowitz. And a fun thing about this was, and I didn't quite, it's a 4 out of 5. It's not a 5 out of 5 like the Magpie one, the Magpie Murders. But there was a bit of a mystery, if any of you are reading this right now. In chapter 2, Horowitz, his telephone is missing, but yet in chapter 4, when they go to the victim's house, suddenly he's recording stuff with his telephone. So that didn't add up for me. Anyway, if you know the answer to why that was, let me know. And I read to the end of the book and I thought maybe it was a clue, but anyway, it was nothing to do with that. I think it was just a little mistake. Anyway, on to the other thing I was going to say to you. Oh yeah, so now we are in zone 2, and this morning I looked through the stuff again, and really I've got nothing to declutter, but I came up with one thing, a mug that nobody in the house really wants to use. We have a lot of mugs, and hold on, let me just show you one. Okay, we all have our favourite mugs in the family, and usually at Christmas or birthdays, we might give each other a mug. But this is one that my daughter got for Christmas, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh, look at that, matches with my outfit today. You've seen me with my Doctor Who mug, Exterminate. And this is a Rick and Morty one that my daughter bought for my son, which changes colour when something hot goes in. Anyway, we have lots of mugs, but this one, nobody likes it, nobody uses it. So when you've got stuff coming into the house, you know, think about, is there something that you can release? You know the thing of, you know, one thing comes in, so one thing goes out. So I think that's probably going to be the only thing that I will declutter from Zone 2, the kitchen, this week. I may find something, I'll let you know, but by being consistent with Flylady system, you'll see that you're really paring things down to things that, you know, you use and love, and not all the extra stuff. Anyway, that was my challenge thing, you know, for the 40-day habit challenge. My other challenge that I'm running for myself is the exercise thing, and I was out for a run. I ran both Saturday and Sunday because the weather here was fantastic Saturday and Sunday. So today I will do the 7-minute strength app. And I know that you here on YouTube and Instagram, you are working on getting maybe 5 minutes of meditation in every day, going out for a walk. You are decluttering something that's a bigger project, you know, the garage or the attic. So anyway, a quick rah-rah-rah for us. Woo! Rah-rah-rah! And before I leave you today, we're in Flylady Zone 2, the kitchen, as you can see this week. If you are still working at decluttering, don't go into the detailed cleaning, okay? Just keep with your morning routine, your evening routine, and those keep the house ticking over, along with your weekly home blessing hour. And once you are at the stage where you're getting on to detail cleaning, you don't need to do 15 minutes every day, and you've seen me, I can probably detail clean this kitchen like in 15 minutes. Just take 5 or 10 minutes here or there, just work on one thing and cross it off your list. Now here's my control journal, and you've seen this before, and I'm not going to show you me cleaning in here today because I've filmed it all before, and I'm not filming just for the sake of it. I'll put the link up there. I've got a whole playlist with me cleaning and decluttering the Flylady Zones. So if you want me to kind of work along with you and hold your hand, you can look at the playlist there. But Zone 2, here we are. Here's Zone 2 for the kitchen. And what I will be doing today is, you've seen me doing it before, I'm going to descale coffee machine, the electric kettle. I'm going to also run some descaling stuff in the dishwasher, and then probably tomorrow when I'm running the dishwasher, I'll put in the extractor fan filters. That's what I normally do, put those in there because my ones can go in the dishwasher, and I'll put in the lids from the bins, you know, the recycling bins underneath the sink. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my apron. You know, I've got 2 aprons, one I wear one and one is in the wash. I'm going to put one in the wash along with my oven gloves, and I will probably wipe down you know, our salt and pepper mills and fill those up. You know, we use these a lot. These are the ones, remember, the ones that light up. Yeah. Hold on, over my left shoulder for good luck. And I'll probably give these a wipe down. So just pick a few things, cross it off your list. Remember, you don't need to be doing everything from the list every month. Last month, as you saw, I sanded down, lightly sanded down, just with a piece of sandpaper. I lightly sanded down the countertops here and the table and my chopping boards, and I re-oiled them. So we're just moving slowly forward, just doing one thing at a time. But main thing is that you do your morning and evening routine, you get your stuff put away at the end of the day, weekly home blessing hour, and everything will be ticking over. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to go and get on with my day. Hope you have a fantastic day. Hope the sun shines where you are today and you're not going to get hit by hailstones. And yeah, I'll see you on Instagram probably a bit later. Okay, live long and prosper. May the Danish hygge be with you, and see you tomorrow morning. Okay, bye for now.